Hello everyone, the Flying Scotsman here, and welcome to this video. I believe this is the first video of 2018 to be filmed in the Retrofest corner. But we're not going to be looking at that, because that's just what you'd be expecting me to do. No, instead, we're going to take a look at a bit of something over here. So because I actually have received a mother load, actually, from one of our service users. What's in this mother load, you might ask? Well, let me show you. First of all, we have a HP Photo Smart printer, or to translate it out of Sansu 350A language, an HP Photo Smart printer, all in one. I believe it has wireless printing. That's kind of nice. It's a 5510. Now, I must admit, I do quite like these Photo Smart printers. I had one of C4180 until I replaced it with my Samsung CLX 3300 laser printer, which I actually obtained from FreeCycle. Next to the HP printer, we have something that, in my opinion at least, is a lot less favourable, but we'll still give it a chance. An Epson all-in-one, Epson Stylus SX215. See, my mum had an SX4000, I believe, and I think, well, it was about ready to be thrown away after basically we got to the end of the cartridges. Quite literally, the thing just stopped working. I don't know the details, can't remember the details, but apparently it was ready to throw away, which was quite sad. But it's a lot like, this is kind of like the Epson Stylus DX6000 I had before I had the HP Photo Smart, a printer that I also kind of got rid of. Anyway, we're not here to look at these printers, at least not yet. I'm hoping these both work, because I know that I'm at least going to FreeCycle one of them off, maybe with that Medion computer out in the distance over there. I actually have enough to put, I have enough parts now to put together a computer bundle. So that is something that I will be seriously considering doing. So, what about this system then? Well, I got both the tower and the Dell monitor from the service user, and I have no idea what specs it is. All I can tell you is that the dust is free of charge, has a power button, a reset button. It kind of looks like a custom built in a cheap case. The optical drive is behind one of the doors. Behind the other door is something that's, well, nothing. If we pull this down, we see two front mounted USB ports, headphone, microphone jack, and a card reader. So, what is in this system? Apart from dust. My nose has been running ever since I came through here, actually. Well, let's have a look at the back. First of all, we've got regular kind of power supply. Not sure what it is. Input 240 volts AC 50 hertz. So I'm guessing this is strictly a UK power supply. It's a Brexit power supply, folks, before Brexit was even a thing. This machine is tiny. Just realised it is very wee. It's quite cute. On the rear of the machine we have PS2 mouse and keyboard ports. PS2 mouse port is Occupado. Got an RS232 DB9 serial connector. VGA. 4 USB 2 ports, Ethernet, microphone, line out and line in. And then at the bottom there's a nice wee wireless card. So that's kind of nice. So we've got 2 places to fit a whiny little fan. Funny enough, that's what's in here. So let's actually have a look at what we have. Power supply is, apparently it's a switching power supply, and I don't know who it's by. EN60950. Guessing it's probably what my American friends would dearly term a Chinese firecracker. We have, we actually do have the wireless card. Motherboard is an ASRock. Looks like a transitionary board. Don't know what transition, but we'll find that out. There's a optical drive there that's connected with IDE, and Seagate hard drive. Again, I don't know the capacity, but that's connected, I do believe, with SATA. Is it actually connected though? Yes, it does appear to be. I guess my next question is, does this board have a floppy controller? I don't see one, and I certainly don't feel one. There's a BIOS battery. Whether it's got any life left in it, I do not know. But here's some specs on the board. So it looks like it's a transition between DDR2 and DDR3. So I'm guessing it's probably 2008 board. If it was Intel, it would probably, my guess would probably be G41. Could even be G41, I don't know. But what a way to find out. So yeah. Okay, so we're good so far. This machine feels very light. Okay, so I'm really sorry, by the way, I don't have my tripod with me. I didn't expect to be recording video today. I came in, I literally thought my work was just going to be patching the computers against with the 2018-01 cumulative update, at least the Intel ones. Okay, so let's press the power button. Okay, so, oh, see, now I recognize this. Okay, so it's detected the hard disk, smart capable apparently. Oh, it's a G41C BIOS. I'm guessing it must be a G41 board then. The date is correct, but the time is not. What is the time actually? It's just the back of 3:10. So let's come on. There we go. Let's see. I'm just gonna auto everything, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what's in here just yet. CPU configuration. Again, set everything to auto. Chipset functions. Hardware monitor. Boot. Security exit. Let's load BIOS defaults here. So what we're going to do, just going to tab to the BIOS screen. I've got a Pentium dual-core CPU E5500 at 2.8 gigahertz. Nice. Amount of memory. Really? Oh, that's 1,790. Oh dear. I think I pressed the wrong button. This monitor is a 1907 FP. No audio on it, but I'm guessing it's one of those ones that you could actually accept an audio bar. Has a SATA Seagate drive, but I knew that anyway. So, yeah. So can we get into Windows? Now, the person has asked me if they will, if I will format the system's hard drive, and my answer to that is yes. Yes, I will. Of course I will. I get the feeling that with the ScanDisk running, it's... Well, I can't do anything about that, can I? USB keyboard J, Windows XP. USB keyboard, Windows XP. USB keyboard, Windows XP. I mean, XP does obviously work with USB keyboards, but it likes to set them up first, and it won't do that until we're actually in Windows. So does the optical drive open? Yes it does. Looks like it's a Samsung drive. And I like this case because the button is still there. See? That's good design. More than can be said for my Beast, unfortunately. And, like I said, nothing behind this door. So it does seem quite an interesting little system. Although, having said that, it does remind me of my 2012 custom build called the ASRock. Is it going to be a ASRock? Hopefully not. I would hope not. We're reckoning that my board was probably faulty. Do I plan to use this system? I'd like to. Yeah, actually. I would like to have it as a kind of working system, a workshop kind of machine. In case, despite its diminutive size, it looks like I could fit in things like hard disks or what have you, so I could use it as a general kind of workshop machine, test benching and stuff. And certainly this monitor I feel would be quite useful as well. Okay, it's a 4:3 aspect ratio, but it's actually better than that monitor over there with the 16:9 aspect ratio that only has VGA. This has VGA and DVI inputs as well. Whoa, trippy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to move the camera away while I attempt to log on. I don't want any incriminating evidence on this machine. I don't want to potentially show any incriminating evidence. It is taking its time, I will say. So this case, I think, it does need to be cleaned up. But once cleaned up, I think it'll be fine. Right. Ah. Now, is it free to... Yeah, I do believe we're able to show the desktop. Adobe Acrobat 5. Right. That's good as that. That's fantastic. So yeah, I would say that this system has definitely had some use as a home machine. Looks like it's a way to start getting towards sunset. But what I'm more interested in at this point is what hardware's in here. I'm guessing that it's Intel graphics. If I do use this system, I probably will change it out to, you know, NVIDIA graphics or something. I'm pretty sure I have a 210 or something You know, that'll fit this system nicely. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Pentium dual core E5500. 279 gigahertz, 1.75 gigs of RAM. So let's have a look at what's in here. We've got a Asus 802.11bg wireless LAN card. Nice. We also have Realtek Ethernet. Nice. What are you flapping your gums about, Windows? Intel Pentium dual core E5500. Apparently there's Bluetooth on here as well. That's kind of nice. Although I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any actual Bluetooth devices. What's the display adapter? G41 Express chipset. I was right. It is a G41. I mean, I would have thought a 31, but nearly there. A Tapi keyboard, mouse, whatever network adapters. Yeah, we've been through that. That's pretty much it for what's in this system. And apparently something needs to be restarted to take effect. Right. So what about more evidence of Bluetooth? I wonder if it was a dongle, or wonder if it's on the wireless card. Right, what I'm going to do is find out how much hard disk space I've got. Now I know I could potentially just have a look at drive C, and it probably will be formatted to the full partition size, but not necessarily always. I find that going to computer management and then disk management is actually a better way to scope the size of the disk, and yep, we have half a terabyte here, so that's pretty damn good. So I would say that this is actually quite an interesting system. Wouldn't mind getting a speaker bar for this screen, because, well, provide sound in case I had to plug in anyone else's machine. You know, had to diagnose sound. It happens. So, as for this machine, it is a worthy contender, and I'm sure that I can find at least some use for it. If not as a Windows box, then certainly as a Linux box. So there you have it. That's the ASRock custom build. So I think that will conclude this video. Before I do leave, just as a wee side note, who remembers the Medion which I got as part of the free cycle motherload? Well, this thing won't power up, but it's chock full of some potentially really quite good components. And a graphics card, which I'm not sure what it is, but look at the cheap little fan on there. That's just disgusting. It has an FSP group power supply in it. This was quite a nice surprise. It's clunking around. I don't know if it still works. 2 terabyte Skeetgate hard drive. If that works, then that's a pretty good score. We've got some of memory as well. Probably some DDR2, I'm guessing. Yeah, PC2 5300U. It's 666, but 667 can't fit like. So yeah, there's 4 gigs of that. Nice. We've got an optical drive, IDE, We have, well, I did try another video card. I've actually been troubleshooting this off camera, actually. I would have made it its own video, but I was just, yeah, really quite curious to see if it worked and kind of where I stood with it, so that I could actually then, you know, think about, you know, do I, you know, making free cycle systems. What I'm going to have to do is empty this case, and I think I'm going to junk the motherboard. Might see if I can get something a bit better to put in here. You know, might be able to get something like another G41 board and make a machine for someone. Don't know what this CPU is, but I'm certainly going to find out. I know it's a socket 775 by the push pins. It's a red MSI board. These boards are terrible, and look, we've got bulging capacitors. It's just, it's junk. It needs thrown out. We have a TV capture card. Now that's something actually that's going to be very useful to me, and I will install it in that machine there. So I think I've got a better idea of what I'm planning to do. For the test bench machine, I think I'm going to use that ASRock based one over there. That does seem to be in workable condition, but obviously I'll be able to, you know, do some more with it. Be able to hopefully put this 2TB hard drive in it. If not, the 500 gig will be, you know, more than adequate. Got some bits of memory that I can put in something, and I've got the optical drive, and I've got the TV capture card, and I have the cooler as well if I need it. Don't know what CPU's in there. If it's quad core, that might go into there as well. Although I must say, with the G41 boards and chipsets and what have you, I have found that running first gen Core 2 series CPUs, that would be the Conroe and Kentsfield chips. I found that they don't tend to run anywhere near as well as a similarly clocked Wolfdale or Yorkfield chip. That's something that I have noticed. It's quite interesting, really, because, you know, I mean, I had this issue with the Dell, and I'm starting to wonder, could this have been one of the issues that plagued my ASRock? Because I was running a Kentsfield Core 2 quad in there, the Q6600, clocked at 2.4 gigahertz. Sorry, in joke, supposed to say it's a Core 2 quad clocked at 2.4 gigahertz. Now back to my 2-litre bottle of pop. But yeah, I was running a Core 2 quad in that machine, and it really didn't run too brilliantly. But more recently, I had a Dell Optiplex 380, which I used as my as a media center machine. In fact, I had two of the things, and at one time, good little machines actually for the time. Unfortunately, I fear they're getting a wee bit long in the tooth now. Bit of a shame. Not bad for a Linux box though. But yeah, I did have a Core 2. Well, my original Optiplex came with a Pentium dual core 2.66 gigahertz, and that was okay, but I wanted a Core 2 Duo, so I put in a similarly clocked, if not, I can't even mind what I put in. I think actually I might have put a slightly slower Core 2 Duo in, the 2.4 gigahertz, but really it was, the performance was horrible actually compared with the Pentium dual core. So I ended up, and that was a Conroe chip, so I ended up getting a Wolfdale, Wolfdale Core 2 Duo chip, E8300, I do believe, and that was just so much better. Anyway, like I said, I think I'm gonna head off now. That'll do it for this video. So I know where I am with these systems, so I'm gonna head off now. So thank you all for watching.